Well, this was one of my favorite little campsites. But now that I know there's a big rattlesnake living next to the tent, I'm maybe a little more iffy on this spot. We've reached a small grouping of islands that make up the Western Islands. Just from our campsite last night, this is about 17 kilometers straight west offshore. This was a bit more of a side trip today. It wasn't exactly along the route, but it's one of those spots I just wanted to see. I'd like to spend the night here sometime actually, but obviously it's too early in the day for that, but maybe on the way back, if we happen to be cruising along, we can poke out here and spend the night. I think we're going to head straight north and stay in the big water today and make it right to Big McCoy. That's one way to do it, buddy. Just gonna hop in and go for a swim. Oh, this is a neat spot out here in North Island. Oh, we're still into the crossing from the Western Islands to Cathcart. I love these big open water stretches like this. There's not much around. Cathcart Island's just starting to come into view. I can just barely make something out. It's about 17, the island's supposed to be about 17 kilometers away from here. I didn't make it as far today as I'd planned, and I ran into a couple kayakers and hung out with them and talked to them for a while. I was thinking of leaving at 5 and pressing on towards Big McCoy, but it was still windy and there was big waves out there, and by that time I'd already had my warm dry boots and wool socks on and I was pretty comfortable. So I just set up camp here. So tomorrow morning we'll get up early, I'll get the Monarch packed up and ready to go. And we'll head to McCoy, take a little break there, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to push on to Bustards Islands tomorrow. It depends on the weather, really. If it's a really nice day, I might as well just go for it and do it, and we'll get up to the Bustards tomorrow. If not, we'll just do another short day and stay at Big McCoy. There's some nice campsites there as well. Yeah, it's Monday, June 25th. About 1 p.m. I think. Anyway, we decided to call it a bit of an early day today. We paddled from Cathcart Island, which we left about 6:30. I came back to this little campsite here that I've stayed at a couple times before. Again, we're on Big McCoy Island. So we just set up some stuff. Just kind of taking it easy. Sorting through a bit of gear. It's a good little spot, actually. I'm surprised it doesn't seem to get used very often. Because you can just pull up in this little... Oh, Reggie knows there's some frogs in there. Yeah, you can just pull up through this little channel here and lift your boat right up on shore. And it's well protected. This is the sheltered side too, so it's... or at least today it is. So there's not much wind blowing through here. It's nice and calm. I'd rather be out in the water heading towards Bustards, but yeah, I just didn't have as much energy as I needed to do that today, I think. So we'll see what happens overnight. Even while it's dark, if it's calm, I might just make a go for it. It'll take probably like 8 hours to get there. We're on our way to the Bustard Islands. Been gone about an hour or so. Man, the conditions are just perfect. Yeah, the waves are just a good size to get a little push. And if I paddle hard enough, I can surf a few of them and connect a few bumps, but just trying to save a bit of energy. I can probably maintain a good speed of like 8 kilometers an hour or so. I can get up to 10 if I want to surf some waves. Well, we finally touched down in the Bustards this afternoon. We left Big McCoy Island at about 7 a.m. Got here at pretty much exactly 3:45. Just a couple small little breaks on the water. That was about it. And just pretty much paddled straight here. And so what's that? 7 to 3, 3:45? Oh, it's about, I don't know, you do the math. 8 hours, 45 minutes, I think. I figured between 8 and 10. So that's pretty good timing, actually. Oh, this rattlesnake just seems quite content just to sit there like 10 feet away from me. I'm gonna try and redirect him. Reggie doesn't even notice, he's just sitting there chewing on a stick. Let's just get him on his way. He doesn't need to be here. Jeepers. Maybe I'll just get on my way. He's not going anywhere. I'd like to redirect him into the bush there, but if you see me drop the camera, it's because this thing's coming after me. Oh, he's going on his way. Okay. There, he's gone. And there goes another big snake swimming around. Probably can't see it, but he just dove under. Oh, it's Wednesday, June 27th in the evening, and I'm on Phillip Edward Island. We left Bustard Islands about 7:30 this morning. We got here pretty early, around 2:30 or so. It was a nice paddling day. Hiked around the island a little bit, checking things out. This is like a little inland pond here. I'm just camped right on the other side of it. There was a good little spot. It was nice and shady in there today, so it was a perfect spot to get out of the sun for a while. What are you doing, bud? What's in there? You looking for frogs? From where we are here on Phillip Edward Island, the town of Killarney is only about 10 kilometers away. So which is perfect. I'm going to paddle in there in the morning. I'll pick up a few things. There's nothing I really need, actually. Hey, Reg, you're missing a frog. He's right there, buddy. Right there, pal. You know what they look like. Hey, what's that guy? Oh, yeah. He'll never get him right. He'll never get him. Oh, there he is.